So I was getting ready to leave to go home. Well, go pick up my daughter, give my mom a break, and um, I realized that I haven't had time today to make a video like I normally do. Something on Wednesdays, at least that's what I've been doing. But I realized that this would probably be a good time because I'm sitting in my office and um, it's quiet and it's peaceful, and yet probably like you, like worry, stress, all those things are still swirling around in my head. And sometimes I think we don't realize that it doesn't matter, where you are in life, whether you're in leadership or whether you're just starting a job or whether, you know, you've been at your job for a long time. Everybody is always dealing with something. And so it's really important that you find yourself in a quiet space and give yourself at least 10 minutes of time to just take a deep breath. Like anytime before I minister or before I speak, I always have everyone take deep breaths with me because that helps slow my anxiety down. Like anytime you're getting ready to do something or you're waiting for something or anything, like your nerves and everything just starts going really, really fast. And like all these flights of ideas and thoughts just start running through your mind. Some of them are positive, some of them are negative. But when you know that you can stop and just take some deep breaths, like it really does make a big difference. So every time that I speak, I always have the audience or whoever is there with me take deep breaths with me because it really does help. And so I will tell you, like I said, I was getting ready to leave to go and pick up my daughter, but I realized I needed to stop and take some deep breaths because like I felt my chest beating really fast. Like I felt like I was like gonna have like an anxiety attack because I am in need of something, right? And it's difficult when you feel like everybody thinks that you have it all together. Everybody thinks that you got it made in the shade, not realizing like it looks like that to you. But I know that I'm the person that's actually going through it, or the person that's actually spending, days or nights, or sometimes even in my car in prayer, in tears. And it was interesting. I went. I always try to walk with God as much. Like over the summer, man, it was great. But now that school has started back for the kids and life has started, like I don't get a chance to go in the morning. So yesterday I had a chance to go, and I found myself worshiping and praising. Like it was like or like 9, 10 o'clock, so nobody was there, and even if it was, it wouldn't have mattered. But I was singing like loud. Like I knew I was singing loud. People was stopping, like people was walking slow so they can hear me, and all kinds of things. And I made it to in Oklahoma at Lake Hefner. They have a lighthouse, and I made it to there. And all summer I was like, Lord, you know what? I'm going to get to the lighthouse. I'm going to make it there. I'm going to have a chance to sit down and just reflect. And so when I went, when I made it there, I just sat down and tears just started rolling down my face. Yeah, I kid you not, tears because of all the pressure, of all the stress, but also of all the goodness and all the blessings. It was like all mixed in, and like just tears were just streaming down. And so I looked over, and there was a lady there who was taking pictures, and I had a smile on my face, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Man, that's exactly what therapists ask." Are you okay? And so I found myself in a sense like, are you okay? And I was like, yes, I'm okay. It's just sometimes we have to cry. Sometimes we have to like allow ourselves the time to not only like sit in a quiet space and reflect and take deep breaths, but sometimes you just got to let it out. And I talk to so many people who do not want to cry. Like, I don't know if it was something um, that they were told when they were younger, or whatever it is. But I'm telling you, when you do allow yourself to let go, right, you feel so much better. Like you're able to wrangle it in, even if things are not met, even if you're still, you know, asking, seeking, and knocking for the thing that you most need, or that you're waiting for, or that you desire. And so I think I just needed to say that. Um, I try not to make the videos too long, but this one is probably gonna be like 7 minutes. I hope you can handle it. I know in this society, like, our attention span is very short. Um, I'm not gonna blame anyone or say anything about whatever, but our attention is really short. But what I want you to hear me in this is to know that it is okay to not be okay. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter who you are, no matter what title, it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay for you to take some time to stop. Find a quiet, peaceful place to take some deep breaths and reflect. And if tears are what come out, let them fall. Let it go. Because a lot of times we can't get to the other side because we're still holding on to things that are causing us anxiety and stress. And I love God with all of my heart. I know the Lord. The Lord knows me. I have an awesome relationship with God, but that still does not take away the emotions and the feelings that I have as a woman, as a human, as the creation that He created me to be. And sometimes we get that mixed up. Like, we feel like we can't have feelings, or we can't have these moments where we're like, okay, 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 but we do. And when you do have those moments, have your moment. But after that, bring it back together. So I will be transparent, because you've been on for this long, so why not? But I am I started a PhD program in clinical education and counseling and supervision, clinical counseling, education, and supervision. I do have a doctorate already. Yes, I do. It's in ministry, and in counseling, you cannot be considered a doctor of whatever without a counseling degree. And so, of course, when the Lord heard that in my heart, I'm like, what is this, Lord? I went through all this training and all this school, and oh my God, like, I gotta, what? And it's hard because people, they know me as Dr. Murray. That's who I've been since 2020. Like, it's 2026 now. So, like, that's who I've been for like the past 5 years, 5 or 6 years. And so to have two different identities, it's not working. I'm one person. I have one identity, and that's the identity that Christ gave me. And so He sent me to school. And so, when you do whatever God has asked you to do, it comes with different sacrifices. And for me, y'all, listen, it has been crazy. I mean, just in every area, financially, in even like relationally, even in economically, like, all those things have been crazy, because to me, once I finish school, I'm done. But when you have gone to school for so long, you cannot take out financial aid. And now that all the rules are changed, you can't get a loan. You can't get any of these things because you've already did something. Like, you've already accomplished what most people will feel like, okay, that's it, that's done. And so for me, like, God has had me do what, I mean, I'm gonna be obedient at all cost. And so I have, y'all, like, I mean, I've had to pay for school out of pocket, on top of having 5 kids, on top of having like a house bills and a car, and then, all the things, like a husband and life and all the things, right? And it always gets down to crunch time. Not to mention, like, this school is not in my states. I got to travel. And so He's been able to continue to take care of me. And I know that He's going to do it again. And so it's the waiting, right? It's how, like, they're like, don't ask how. And it's not that. For me, I'm a calculator. So I've had to, like, wrangle my mind and, like, no, you're not going to do that. No, we're just going to wait on God. No, you're not going to do that. And you have to do the self-talk for yourself so that you don't, in a sense, crash out. Like, that's the thing, right? So you don't lose or miss what God is doing in your life. So I say all that to say that school starts on Tuesday, and I'm like, just waiting on God, like, looking around, like, okay, Lord, like, like, show me where to go. Like, again, ask, seek, and knock, right? You've asked, okay, Lord, show me where to go. Okay, Lord, do I knock on this door? Do I knock on this door? What do I do? Where do I go? Where do I? And until the door opens for you. And so I just wanted to guess come on and just, well, it's not 7 minutes, it's 10. So if you last will be this long, I appreciate you. I thank you. And I just ask and solicit your prayers. Like, prayer is awesome. Listen, don't pray against me, okay? If you don't like me, that's fine. Move on. But if you are someone who's waiting for something from God that's big, like paying for school is, it's not a little thing. It really is a God problem. I mean, for some people it's little, yeah. But in my life, and probably whatever you're facing in your life, like, this is the biggest thing for me, because in me going into my second year of the PhD program allows me to be licensed faster as a therapist. It allows me to do so many different things. And with the enemy telling me you ain't doing it, and God is like, just hold on, like it gets hard. And so I just want to encourage you today to hang in there and hang on. And I look forward to get back on here for another time, to share the testimony. So I'm Dr. Arisha Murray, and I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. And I hope something I said, I know I was all over the place, but I hope something I said ministered to you in some way, just to know, like, it doesn't matter what experience you have. Everybody goes through something, but don't go through it alone. Like, go get some help. Go talk to somebody. Jesus and the therapist is the way to go. Like, seriously, like, talk to God and let him lead you to the person who can help you think through and walk through all the things that you need to go through, because it will make everything so much better. All right, I gotta go. Bye.